Jewish cultural background.
Yes.
So, is that do you think that your cultural background helped to your success? And for example, like education, what kind of help you can get from your community?
Yes, absolutely, definitely. Jewish culture and the Jewish religion are basically the same thing. Judaism is basically a way of life in addition to being a religion. And our way of life has several core principles that is ingrained into me. Number one, probably the most important one, is treat your neighbor, love your neighbor as you would love yourself. And that was ingrained into me by my mother, so that I learned how to do that from the time I was a baby. So when I went into the business, showing respect for people and showing love for people was a natural part of me as much as eating and sleeping was. The other core value was education. Educating and raising your children with the same values was part of our core value as well. So those 3 or 4, and hard work, forgot to mention that, was also part of our core value.
Like a Jewish new immigrant to another country or to another city, what kind of specific support you can get from your community organization?
The beauty of the Jewish culture is that wherever Jews went, part of the Jewish culture was to organize. And part of that organization was to have a social services subcommittee, so that if you need financial help, if you need a job, if you need some help with your family, if you got mental illness, there's an organization that you can go to. Wherever you go, you have an address. If you want to meet people, if you need help, look up any directory. You'll always see Jewish Federation.
Okay, I see.
And whether you're Chinese or Indian or anything, you will never be turned back from a Jewish federation or Jewish organization.
Oh, really? Say if a Jewish immigrants to Winnipeg, they say, okay, I want to run a restaurant myself, but I have some experience. I was a chief, but right now I don't have the money, and I don't speak English. So what kind of specific help I can get?
You can get help in whatever you're looking for.
Like look for information and look for someone.
Better than information, look for a mentor. But being a mentor is more important than just connecting with someone to learn how to run a restaurant.
If I have no property, I cannot get loans from the bank.
So you can find somebody to guarantee you.
It's good. But in Chinese community, we really don't have this kind of thing. The good part and the bad part. Good part, we think like Jewish people are in general smarter. And they're very successful in business. They're very successful in a lot of things. But the bad part is the stereotype is like Jewish are more greedy. So do you think it's true or not? True or not true? Which part is true? Which part is not that true?
Both are true.
Both are true.
Yeah.
From your opinion.
What you call greedy, though, I can call ambitious. They had to be better in their own businesses in order to succeed. So being better makes it look like we were greedy. But in fact, we weren't greedy. We were just ambitious. We wanted to, and the money followed. Unfortunately, we got a lot of money because of our culture. And once you get money, you really become greedy. You want more money, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, more money.
And they became, so that money became the god, unfortunately. But we were forced into that because we couldn't get a job anywhere else, so we had to go into business on our own. And because of our education, many of us became successful. And yes, I would call it greedy. Even though I have enough money now, I'd like to have more. But the major reason I want more is I'm afraid I won't have enough money to leave my kids. So you might call it greedy. You're right.
Oh, okay.
But it's not because of greed. It's because of lack of security. Why do people need such 10,000 square foot homes? And I agree. We moved into Tuxedo 25 years ago to show my success. That was part of my because the key to the Jews, we all grew up in the North End, but our goal was to move south because that's where the rich people live.
Yeah.
But I call that ambition a sign of success. And you're right. A lot of Jews give an impression of greed, of running the world.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because one of the keys of Judaism is to be humble. Even in our law, it says, don't stand out in a crowd, because that's what creates anti-Semitism. Be humble. You just meld into the community. But a lot of Jews don't do that. One of the value systems in Judaism is to challenge hierarchy. Like in the army, you're a colonel and I'm a private. If I see something that can be improved, I should disagree with you.
I know.
That's part of our culture. We're encouraged to argue. That's how you innovate.
You told me before, like you challenge the authorities, right? Like even the private can challenge like a general even. But in Asian culture, it's not like this.
Well, that's what I said.
Yes, we have to follow the authorities. So which makes a lot of like Asians look like more obedient.
Yeah.
Stereotypes are over there because there are a lot of stereotypes against the Chinese as well.
There were a lot here in the during the war. That's why they brought in a lot of Chinese, if you remember, to work in the coal mines, and they used to send Chinese in first to check for poisonous gas. They didn't care if Chinese died. And the Chinese built the railroads.
A lot of Chinese died in the railroad, right?
Yeah, so the Chinese were treated like the Jews were as well. The key to success in life is only one thing: connect with good people. A good boss, a good wife, good family, good friends, and learn from them, and success and happiness will follow. And be a good listener to them, and you will be successful.
Thank you all very much, and I wish you as much success in your life as we have had in ours. Thank you very much.